Hey guys, we are at Dauphin Island, Alabama, and we're taking a day off here because of the rain, the weather, and everything. But I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of show you what we brought on the southern tier, as in what we packed for the trip. So let's start from the back over here. Back right here, I have my tarp, my tent, and my trusty REI Flex-Light chair, which came in very handy in multiple occasions. So I pack it right in the back, at the rack there. And on the right side, I have my camping gear. The thermocell we just picked up at Walmart. Really good, effective with mosquitoes. And then the rest of my rain gear, neoprene socks, gloves, first aid kit, my cycling cap, wool cycling cap, and a mummy liner, my mat, sleeping bag, all in here, and of course the pillow, as well as some emergency food. So we always keep one just in case, you know, we don't have any stores or any other occasion we can't find food. We have it. And then the side pockets, there's really nothing much except for some receipts we need to burn, documents, more kit, and some medication and bags, or any other reasons. So we have it here. And of course, I actually brought a clipboard with some notes that about the trip. Of course, and that's it for my right bag. Left bag here. Let's make it quick. Is my clothes, my toiletry kit, and of course all my other clothes that I need to start washing. So we'll just put it right here. And yeah, slippers for showers. Got a bag that we picked up on the road so that I can actually use for the showers. And then this is how it's configured. Got some clothes that I'm wearing currently, and my towel, and of course bags for clean clothes. So you separate them out from the dirty clothes. At least that's what I do. And, yeah, more clothes. Move this out of the way. Yep. So my clothes, I think I have a video up explaining how I pack and what I bring with me. I have another bag just in case it gets wet, and for separation. And so all that is here. And let's throw that over there. More clothes. And of course, right in the beginning of our trip in El Centro, we picked up some laundry detergent. This has been great because each of them you can do one load and they're easy to kind of compact. The only thing is you got to keep it dry, which we've been able to do successfully. More shirts. And probably one of the things that you guys might laugh about is I brought a whole Dr. Bronner's soap, because I know from the Pacific Coast we have little bottles and we run out every single time. It's hard to find these things, so it's one of my favorite soaps on the road. And yeah, the side pockets, got a rope for hanging our clothes, some extra TP. Just came in handy at certain times where some of the toilet facilities didn't have any toilet paper. And of course, maps for the trip here, our southern tier. I have wet wipes in case we don't have showers. And this is probably one of the items I shouldn't have brought. It's a lock. Normally it's for hostels where you need to lock up lockers or whatever. So I actually have, I usually bring one with me just in case we have to do that, but we have not stayed in any lockers. Okay, so that's it for the back of the bags. Okay, so let's move to the front of the bike. Of course, my trusty helmet with the GoPro attachment and my rear view mirror. And from here, we're going to start on the right side bag. This is my electronics bag. So from here, it's also layered with another trash bag. I love to do that. main thing, laptop, microphone. This is probably one item I would not bring because we barely use it. The chest mount for the GoPro. Also hardly really use that one either. My electronics charging kit, including some hard drives, my headphones, and anything I need to charge all my stuff. The iPad, that's great for reading when you're in bed, which is what I do. Charging wall adapter for the laptop. And this is probably another thing I would not bring again. It's the head mount for the GoPro when I'm off the bike, but obviously I only maybe use it once or twice. Not necessary. And of course we bought an extra hard drive when we were in Austin because we ran out of storage. So this is a terabyte drive in here. And takes care of this bag of electronics here. And of course I normally have this attached in the back of my bike in previous videos. So this is the solar panel. And this has been perfect for this trip because of the amount of sun that we've been getting. So I've been really happy with that. Let's see here. Oh, this is another cool thing I'm glad I have at this point in time of the trip. It is a fan, a USB fan that I am using like nowadays. It's great because it's hot and humid, and so having a fan is actually a good thing. Let's see what else I have in the side pockets. Got some brochures of the John Ritter Aortic Foundation. Stickers that one of our hosts got us from Montel. It's kind of beat up now, but oh well. And then repair kits, rag, which is my former socks, fiber fix, and then some more repair kits. I have duct tape, patch kits, you name it, extra tube, zip ties, my multi-tool. What else is there? Looks like I have more patch kits here. Yep, patch kits, extra brake, and for the hard drive information, hard drive cable. So that's it for this bag, which is the bag of electronics. Alright, so this thing here has my cable lock whenever we're outside. And then this is my food bag. So the first thing I see is a dromedary bag, which we've been using a lot for holding water during the hotter parts of the trip. And some, I guess, pasta. Always need your pasta here. And also some washing, dishwash soap and a scrubber. A bag of miscellaneous food, Gatorade powder, oatmeal, you name it, it's in here. Some oil, Pam. Actually, we barely use any of this. We should actually, I don't know. If I had an actual frying pan, this would have been perfect. But anyways, and then here is my fuel canister. Actually, it's Sang's fuel canister that I'm borrowing, and it actually contains heat, H-E-E-T, which is readily available at all the auto parts stores and Walmart for clean burning fuel for my alcohol stove. And I've used my plastic baggie just in case it gets in everywhere. And then a windscreen for the actual alcohol stove. And this is my cooking set. This is the pot, the lid, and the alcohol stove is on the inside. And I actually have another video about that. And then a cutting board. We use this a lot to cut our vegetables and meat and all that. And of course, peanut butter. Always have that with us. And my mug for oatmeal and kind of coffee in the morning kind of thing. And I did not bring a coffee kit this trip. Oh, trash. And a scrubber, an additional scrubber, and then I have serving spoons, which probably isn't necessary if you think about it right now, but they came in handy from time to time. This had chopsticks and everything, so that's kind of nice. And then on the side, let's see, let me grab everything in the side pockets. Oh, I love collecting soy sauce. And we have mayo here. Shit, I don't think this is good. Throw that away. Mayo. Bunch of soy sauce, my salt and pepper container, spork, and also cutting knives, which I've been using this handful of the time, but I think Sang has a better knife that he brought. And that is it for the left side pocket. So those are all my 4 panniers. So the only thing left is my handlebar bag, which you can see right here is where I put all my maps and notes for the current day or the current week. That's all on the top, all protected from the weather. You look in it, my trusty handkerchief, my glasses, receipts, sunblock, absolutely necessary, snacks, my hat, my camera stand for my camera as well as the GoPro, so I use that for that. And then we got more receipts here that I need to reconcile. And of course, my battery pack with, for the iPhone charge, like whenever I need it during the day when I'm running, Strava, I need to have this on. The frame thing for my GoPro, a pen, and then let me just take everything out so I can tell you what else is in here. Of course, business cards to hand to people who are interested about our trip. And then here is the keys for the lock, the cable lock, the mount for a GoPro, and another hand mount for the camera, which I really have not used at all, so this could have stayed at home as well. And the camera that is being filmed right now is what I have, the Canon G7X Mark II. I also have a pack of these, I guess these things that keep your bag dry, so it's actually helping because it's not fogging up. And of course my little trusty batteries for all my little G7X, as well as the GoPro, memory cards, lens protector for the GoPro. It's all in this little Altoids can, all in one compact thing. And of course in here I have a bunch of other little pieces of paper, stamps. We have postcards in here, we have business cards, we have, as well as my notebook that I keep all my notes and things I need to keep track is all in here, all in this waterproof case. And then you step forward here, I have, as you can see, I got water bottles. 2 down here, which are clean canteen, which I don't drink direct from. Well, I do when I'm off the bike, but while I'm on the bike, I have this to drink with. And it's perfect position for me to grab from the top here. And it's great for squirting at dogs. I love it. And that's really what I use it mainly for, and for drinking, of course. But I also have these cool, this is probably one of my first time I've had this set up, is the Revelate feeder bags. I got 2 of them, one for the bottom and the other one for snacks. And so I have basically everything here, even my knife here, another knife, and then some plastic bags for trash or whatever I need it for. And of course my gloves, which by the way are terrible. Look at these palms. They start bleeding when it got wet, so I was riding without them. And then moving down here, my seat covers from Brooks, and of course my seat wet, of course. And then of course the saddlebag has my spare 2 tire levers, whatever, for changing tires. And then the trusty old pump is on that bike 24/7. And that is all that I bring on the Southern Tour. And I think I kind of answered your question of like what I would leave home and what was necessary. Let's go check out what Sang brought.
Okay, hey guys, how's it going? I'm Sang. This is my first time I'll be speaking in front of the camera. But here is my setup. I ride the Salsa 2014 Salsa Fargo. But I'd love to show you what I do. So instead of having my bags on the bike, I just have it out on the front. So, but I labeled it mine a little differently. My left bag, L for left, and then I have my right bag, R for right. So it's kind of interesting that way. But my left bag contains all my clothes, my rain gear. I don't know if you want to see all that stuff, but technically it has all my clothes in here. So I don't have to go too detailed about it. But I mean, you get a general idea what this is all about. Just my clothes in there for the trip. My right bag is where I put all my sleeping gear. So I have my sleeping bag underneath with my air mattress on top of that, folded up, and my pillow inside. That's it. That's all I have on that. And on the back rack, I carry my tent. This is a little big. My old trusty quarter dome T2 Plus from REI. And from Maria, a gift for me, a chair, flex light, which I'm very grateful for. That's I carry that on my back rack. And so moving on to my front rack. So this is my right side. So I don't have to access my right bag too often, so I keep all my electronics in there. So at night, so here's my headlamp that I carry, wires for my phone, again, my battery charger, just like Johnny's, new Trent, my bag full of electronics, just like Johnny's, and my cooking set is all here, my cup, olive oil, Tabasco, can't leave home without it. I got my cooking pot. It's a little big, but it actually came in handy for this whole trip. So I'm glad I bought this large size MSR cooking set. Extra large Coleman butane fuel, which is pretty good. And so let's put that in here. So, like I said, since I want to access this for emergencies and any other stuff, I have all my patch kit, my extra parts and pieces for my bike in here, screwdriver, which I've used several times, so it's pretty good. Flashlight, which I have a hard time mounting on my bike because of certain issues I have right now. So it's I could have left this at home as well. Backlight. I know it's supposed to be in the back rack, but my mount broke in the middle of the trip, so I have no use for it right now. And my multi-tool. That's on in my, and some spare tires, which I have to patch up, by the way. So that's for tonight. Okay, moving on to my left bag, which I do access quite a bit, even on the road. So I keep all my something I could grab quickly. So my, what do you call these things? What are they called again?
Bungee.
Thank you, bungee cord. And, my wet clothes, which is supposed to be on my left bag, but this is last night's stuff, so I just left it in here this morning. And this is basically my food bag, so I have I don't know why I have my DEET in here, but I have my DEET, I don't know why. So basically I need to get things organized in here. So here it is, my food bag, emergency food, like we always have one. Garlic, which is really good. My oatmeal, and sort of the items in there. My Clif bars, which is good as well. My sunscreen, which I need access to often. And my couple of utensils in here. This my multi-tool, Leatherman, kind of heavy, but I think it's worthwhile carrying. My cutting knife for all meat and vegetables, which it comes in pretty handy, and self-defense if you need it. And my chopsticks. And that's it. The rest of it is just trash bags. Okay, so moving on to my bike, the handlebar. This is the DJI Osmo I have on my bike that you guys have seen, and you seem to like it quite a bit with the video. That's why I mounted on my handle and with the DJI Osmo mount. And also I have my Garmin GPS as a secondary directions. Also I have a beater bag just like Johnny, but I only have on one side because my Osmo takes up the other space, so I only could have it on one side only. Okay, so in my front bag I have just miscellaneous stuff again. Okay, so this on my right side I have my batteries for my Osmo, which I have to keep dry and charge constantly, of course. And my front bag here I have my batteries for my Lumix GH3, which I keep in front, so I kind of have an idea where each batteries are. On the left side of my bag I have my Lumix zoom lens, and in the main compartment I have the in the main compartment I have the Rode mic. It's a little big, maybe excessive, I don't know, but it comes in pretty handy. And my Lumix that I carry with me, which technically I have not used that often. I've been using this guy, the Osmo, more often than, I think about 90% of the trip. Maybe 10%, maybe less than that even. So it kind of, I was kind of disappointed that I didn't really get to use this one that often. And just real fast, and also inside the extras, memory card compartments, and also my notepad and a pen inside. That is it. And minor difference about Johnny's Avaya versus the Fargo, I do have more eyelets, extra eyelets for extra water bottle holder cages. So that's why I have it set up like this. It's quite nice to have 4 water bottles, maybe even 5, but I have it for this as my emergency tire kit in here.